And we are back with a brand new edition of Course. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption and, like everything else, to work in your favor. I obviously already know that sounds good to you. Click that follow button, subscribe button, wherever you're watching from. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time, typically. If you ever miss a live, don't even trip. Head on over to the tube of you, because I upload them every single day there, so you can hit the replay. And while you're there, subscribe. Let it play out. You know what I'm saying? Comment on it too, on the tube of you, so it can push my videos out. That's how the algorithm of YouTube works. And no, I'm not going to buy comments, because that's fucking stupid. Okay? Also, if you want me to manifest your SP for you, you want one-on-one coaching with me, I got all the things. Oh, Taylor, I got to respond to you, girlfriend. I got all the things. All links are in my bio. And for all of you mothers, happy fucking Mother's Day, bitches. Happy Mother's Day. Today is the day that you should be wearing. And if you have animals like Taylor, you're still a mother, bitch. You're still a mother. According to my mother, those are your babies. Okay? So it is your day to wear this all day long. Do you understand? Do you understand? Put your queen hat on, okay? Okay. For karma, shoot me a DM, sis. Bruh, shoot me a DM. Okay, listen. I gave up Mother's Day brunch. Of course he unblocked you, bitch. See, you see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Look at this. Liv has been following my advice, manifesting in steps, and boom, getting movement. Yeah, that's right. Oh, Lindsay, I saw you. Which is why I want you all to know that I should be at brunch right now with my mother. But am I at brunch right now with my mother? No. Where am I at? Here, with you bitches. Okay? In my defense, she wanted to go to El Torito brunch, and I wanted to go to Korean barbecue. Not the vibe. And I walked fucking forever yesterday with my daughter. And she wanted to buy things because she had $20 cash in her phone. And she kept wanting to buy things. But tell me how we left that day and she still had $20 in her phone. I said, it's amazing how you can't seem to work the register when I'm here. But yet, for some reason, when you go to the center on your minimum days and I'm not with you, for some reason, you have no problem paying for shit. You figure it out. Oh, man. So happy Mother's Day to all of you bitches, because you guys are amazing. And hey, Nicole, bestie, Erica, Lisa with a butterfly, Lindsay, all you beautiful mothers out there. Like I said, animals, it's a mother. Oh, a dot. Oh, what? Girl, who is that? Where the fuck have you been? Where have you been? Do you guys see all this movement? Got rid of gutter trash. Yeah, fuck her. Now, what you're going to do, if you have any questions regarding SP, money, business success, weight loss, all the things, pop it here down below. Okay? Listen, for you, girl, who is that? Make sure that you close the lid on that bitch and let the dump truck come take her ass out. Okay? So if at any time you think about her or anything else, then what you're going to do is you're going to just be like, no, she's gone away. Fuck her. She's gone away. She's literally gone away. All right. Oh, Kevin, are you for karma? Can you write for karma on my thing? So therefore I can, save your phone number that way. That's how I operate. That's how I operate. But do you see all this movement, guys? So come on. We're going to talk about this shit today, because this is why I'm on here today, to be quite frank, because I really I took the day off yesterday to, it probably would have been better to just be on here, to be quite frank, because I told you guys I walked forever and I wasn't planning on walking because I had sandals on, and it wasn't like the comfy sandals. Oh, perfect. Thank you. It wasn't like the comfy sandals. It was fucking like accessory sandals. My feet were so sore. But me and my daughter walked around. And what did I have for lunch yesterday? Fucking McDonald's. So today, we're going to Red Robin because, I fuck with their $10 Red's Double Tavern. And then I get salad. And then I eat, because it's endless salad. So I eat all the salad and save the burger and then take the burger to go. Yeah, that's how I do it. And then she gets fries and I have a couple of her fries. But I settled for McDonald's yesterday because that's how we rock around here. Okay? But do you see all this movement? And this is honestly why I'm here today, because I was contemplating this, going live today up until I already made the commitment. I do have a hard stop in 2 hours, even though it says 3. I have a hard stop at 2 because me and my daughter we're gonna walk. Can you believe it? She said she wants to get a gym membership, so we're getting a gym membership. She goes, yeah, and then like it'll be so fun to go to the gym. I was like, the term fun and gym should not be used in the same fucking sentence. But we're getting our BBLs. And no, we're not getting birds before land. You guys kill me with the BBL shit in the WhatsApp group. Okay. But listen, I took yesterday off and the atrocity. Like my text is lit right now. The WhatsApp group lit with all this. I'm so disappointed. This, that, and the third. And it's like one big fucking sappy story. This happened to me today. And, I'm feeling so down and so depressed. And seriously, we're going to stop that bullshit. Honestly, we're going to stop it because you have the power to change it. What part of this don't you understand? What part of this is unclear? That you can change anything. You can change anything. I tell you guys can change the context of the text if you want. What's the tonality of the text? Dry. He's so sweet. Okay. That man is constantly showing me affection. Like through the text, he sends nothing but loving text. And here's the thing. We're taking one giant step back today. Okay? We're going to take one giant fucking step back today. And we're going to very much simplify the shit. Because I feel like when we get stuck in this, and I know, because I've been there, okay? I've been there. I don't just teach the shit. I've lived it, okay? So we need to take one giant step back. Because when you learn about okay, so you've been manifesting your entire life, but when you learn about manifesting, then you go down this fucking manifestation rabbit hole, and then we want to sit there and overcomplicate the shit. And think you have to affirm your life away or the shit ain't coming. I got to affirm my life away. I got to do this, that, and the fucking third. And I got to do all this shit. No, you don't. No, you don't. I reacted. I fucked it up. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Well, Jen, I'm not getting, it's not working. I'm not getting movement. It looks like it's getting worse. So what? You persist. I don't give a fuck what comes up. I don't give a shit. Here's where you need to start thinking logically, okay? We're going to get into why you need to start bringing logic into your reality. Because you might not react so fucking much over some stupid bullshit if you'd start bringing logic into your reality. Okay? What up, Shanty girlfriend? And also, if you guys ever casted a spell... I'm sorry. This shit made my fucking day the other day. She knows who she is. Because she's like, I've been crying all week over this. And you're fucking laughing. And I was like, okay, come on. Because this shit's fucking funny. It's funny. If you ever casted a spell for SP, I strongly suggest you remember where you put your shit and make sure it's not discovered. You know what? I know you're going to watch the replay or you're on here now. You know I love you, bitch. Okay? You know I love you. That shit was fucking hilarious, though. It was hilarious because I almost got caught once, right? Because we cast him and then we put it away and then we forget about it because we're like, this shit didn't fucking work, right? It didn't work, so we move on and we forget about it. Like putting stuff under your pillow, things like that. Yeah, you forget about it until your fucking boyfriend comes over and goes like this under the pillow to relax. And it's like, what's this? And then pulls it out and you're like, that's not what happened to her, but something similar, right? So make sure that you clear up the spell. If it didn't work for you, just throw that shit in the trash. Okay. Let's just do that. I'm going to answer these questions first. And then, so this is how this is going to flow. Cause if not, then some moron comes in here. We got to block them. And then all the comments go away. So I'm going to answer these comments first. And then we're going to get in to why and how we're going to simplify shit. We're going to simplify shit. because you are going to do the one affirmation challenge. Yes. If you're in my WhatsApp group, I will elaborate on the WhatsApp chat on the one affirmation challenge, but that's all we're going to do. One. I didn't say 55. I didn't say, no, I said one. We're simplifying shit. Okay. Unless you have gutter trash, then that requires two. All right. Oh, okay. You have no name. I didn't even know that was a possibility here. So maybe it's a period. I don't know. But you said SP texted me like I wanted, but in the end, he said that we can't go on like this. We can't go on like this. Should I still affirm? What kind of fucking question is that? Honestly. What kind of question is that? Yeah, you should, because clearly you can see it works. Okay. Clearly you can see it works. But here's the thing. It depends on the context of that conversation. Okay. So if he just texted you out the blue and said that he can't go on like this, like that was the text he sent, then that's because you're not selecting the version. This is why I tell you guys, if that is what happened, that's because you're not selecting the version of him that you want. So they very much may text you, but if you're still assuming they're an asshole or they're not over it and still describing them differently, well, then you're not going to get the text that you want. Okay. So instead, now let's say that that's not how this happened, which I'm willing to bank that that's not how this conversation happened. Because it's kind of an odd text, right? For somebody just to say that. Mm-hmm. So what I'm willing to guess is that that's not what happened. What happened was he texted you like you wanted, but then you wanted to talk about your relationship, which was forcing the 3D. And then he responded with, we can't go on like this. So this is a quintessential example of what the fuck I'm talking about if you were just to justify with logic. Okay. If you were literally just to bring logic into this real quick and say, he's right. He's 1000% right. We can't go on like this. We should not go on like this because this is not what I want, bitch. So yeah, you're right. We're not going on like this. In fact, we're recreating. Okay. We're going to have a better relationship because you're absolutely right. We can't go on like this. Right? That's logical speaking is like, duh, ain't nobody trying to go on like this. I'm trying to go on with a better relationship with you. I'm trying to have a better relationship with you. So you're absolutely right. We can't go on like this. Okay. So I would still affirm, of course. Who gives a fuck what they say? Because I told you, what did I tell you? I don't have I have like 25 baseball hats. I did not get one out yet. So when they say something like that, the investigative reporter cap comes on and you're like, please, he said this. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that I also don't like this relationship the way it is now. So I need to change that. That's why he's saying we can't go on like this. You're right, we can't, because in my mind, I'm wavering between what it is that I want out of this or not knowing where this is headed. And now he's reflecting that. So fuck that. I'm going to allow me to clarify my thoughts. So then when he contacts me again, because he will say, now he's like, yeah, no, actually, I changed my mind. This is what I want. Yeah, because you got clear. You got clear. They're always only reflecting what you're thinking about, but you're blaming them. You're blaming them for what? For what? When you should be reading in between the lines. That's what you're supposed to do. Read in between the lines. Okay. Oh, he got us matching hoodies when we were together, showed up wearing his, taking it as a sign, sent you a DM. Good, kitty cat. Oh. So, are you going to wear yours? Me and my daughter, she got new pajamas yesterday. Oh, yeah. She was dead set on going to fucking Walmart to get some thick pajama pants. And I told her, I said, perhaps you're unaware of what season we're in. It's not winter and it's not fall. So what the hell makes you think that they're selling big, thick pajama pants? They're not. That happens in the summer, late summer, because they're getting ready for fall, winter. I said, right now, that shit is like shorts and a tank top is what they're selling for pajamas. But she did manage to find a cute pair of Dr. Seuss ones. And then she had to get she had to get a shirt, a tank top to match, so you have the whole set. I'm learning from her on fashion patois. So now that's our thing. Cause she goes, I can wear these tomorrow for Mother's Day since you bought them for me, even though she was supposed to buy them herself, but that was fun. That's fine. And I was like, what a good idea. I said, I would love to wear something that you bought. Oh, wait a minute. You haven't bought me any clothes. And she goes, well, I bought you pajama pants. They're very comfortable though. She's like, well, I bought you those. So why don't you wear those and I'll wear mine? I was like, so now we're going out to Walmart because we have to go grocery shopping again. So now we're going to Walmart, Red Robin, and I'm taking her to Goodwill. She was like, we're going to spend 2 hours. I was like, 2 hours where? At Goodwill. I love me a good thrift store. And this one's new. And I was like, I feel like the new ones have the best shit. So we're going there today. Again, I said, so let me get this straight. So on Mother's Day, all I get on Mother's Day are the bills. I love this for us. So yes, I'll be wearing fuzzy pajama bottoms today, and she'll be wearing pajamas. That's how we rock. I just thought about that as I digress, kitty cat, because I thought it's cute. Matching hoodies. I should get me and my boyfriend matching hoodies. I have a love-hate relationship with hoodies. I like zip-up hoodies because I always feel like hoodies suffocate me, right? It's here, then you got the hood, just like all here. So that's a good idea. I'm going to get us matching hoodies. Anyway, and he's going to fucking wear it. Do you believe in narcissism, or is that just my assumption about him? Yara, yeah. So you have to know that, okay, do I believe in narcissism? I believe that narcissism, avoidance, all of that shit is a label people have given by, therapists. Okay, therapists gave those labels to describe a certain type of person. And saying, okay, based on these quality traits, because think about it, what is narcissism? Right? Somebody who tends to put themselves first, who makes things all about themselves, right? Things like that. Well, there's about 15 other words to describe that exact same behavior. Okay, but people want to make a name for themselves, so they're like, that's narcissism. We'll call it narcissism. And so, is that a thing? Yeah, because it's an assumption, but everything's an assumption. So somebody took qualities and behavior patterns and put a label on that bad boy, kind of like ADHD and bipolar, right? Or anxiety, that's a big one. Or postpartum depression. That's a big one, which my manifestation friends and NLP people and mindset coaches all have postpartum depression. I said, you got all people should know that that's bullshit. What the fuck is postpartum depression? It's called a lifestyle adjustment. That's what it's called. Okay. You go from living a nice, quaint life to where you can sleep whenever you want, go to bed whenever you want, wake up when the fuck ever you want, and live your life for you. And now all of a sudden, here comes a baby. And now what are you doing? Sleeping for 3 hours instead of 8, right? You got to get up. You're living for somebody else. Now you're feeding them on their schedule and everything else. And so your body on top of that morphs, right? It goes into a huge adjustment, and it's a complete lifestyle adjustment. And now we call it postpartum depression because you're sad. You're not sad, you're exhausted. Okay. There's a difference. And so when you're exhausted, what happens? Your emotions are a little out of whack. And so now they put a little bow on that. And now that's what we call it. It's fucking stupid. It's stupid. What's anxiety? Fear of the unknown. But now everybody walks around thinking they got anxiety. And because you think you have anxiety, guess what you have? Anxious thoughts all the time. Anxious feelings. It runs your life because that's the label that they told you. And as long as you identify with having anxiety, guess what you continue to have? Anxiety. Until you were to be like, no. What anxiety? Nope. I'm totally nice and relaxed and totally at peace. And you start telling a different story and stop identifying with that bullshit. Guess what? You no longer have anxiety. No medication needed. Same with bipolar. What the fuck is bipolar? Mood swings? It's fucking stupid. What is ADHD? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not something people are born with. Like, it's stupid. So, a long-winded answer, do I believe in narcissism? I believe in the label, and I believe that that's their behavior. But if you identify him as being a narcissist, he has to play that part. So he has to do what narcissistic people do. Versus if you would take the definition of narcissism or ask yourself, what is it about him? Right? Same with an avoidance, right? Any of these labels that you're giving your SP, you want to sit down and spend a little time for a second. You don't, no therapist needed. Okay. Spend a little time and say, okay, what is it about him? Why do I identify him as being a narcissist? What is it about him that is giving me the assumption or creating the story in my mind and putting that label on him? And write it all down. What are things that he's doing? What are things that maybe he says, like his behavior, things like that, right? That give you that assumption that he's a narcissist. And then flip it all. Flip it all. And be like, oh, okay, so he puts himself before fucking everybody else. It's like the Johnny fucking show every time we go out. And he just thinks he's like top shit. Yeah, okay. Well, he thinks he's fucking top. Yeah, he thinks that he literally worships the ground that I walk on, and he puts my feelings way before he puts his own. Like he's constantly making me the center of attention whenever we go out. Right? So you're flipping everything that you would deem as a narcissist because the problem with labels is they're buzzwords. They're buzzwords. Okay? Where people are putting labels on it without really defining it. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like if you were to ask 25 people what a narcissist is, you're going to get 25 completely different answers. Okay? No one actually, because everyone has their own definition of it. Everyone has their own assumption of what a narcissist is and the qualities that they possess. So if you were to write it all down and then flip everything, now you would know why, first of all, you identify him as a narcissist. And then two, now you flip all that shit and now narcissism doesn't exist anymore. Because he will start to do the things in your description that are against being a narcissist. Okay, so let's do that. Lindsay, you're not the same Lindsay that's in my text right now, are you? Talking about how things didn't go with Matt, how you thought they were going to go. Or some stupid shit like that. I hope you're over that shit now. I hope you're over it now because obviously he now wants to know what you're doing today. Anybody, let me tell you something. Any of your SPs that are asking what you're doing today or wanting to hang out with you today should tell you all you need to fucking know. Lindsay, he obviously is very much into you. He obviously wants to spend all his time with you because last time I checked, everybody has a mom. Everyone has a mom. But yet he wants to see you today. Of course he does. Why doesn't? Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? It's kind of like, when we were teenagers and you had to do the whole fucking family thing for Thanksgiving and shit. And then you're just like counting. You're like, are we almost fucking done? Are we almost done? And then all your friends meet up at Denny's. At least that's how we were. We'd all meet up at Denny's after. Of course, he's putting out feelers of wanting to hang out with you. Duh. Nobody says, what are you doing today? And then it's just like, oh, I was just curious. Okay, Lisa with the butterfly. I'm going to move you up. And I'm going to respond to you, yes. Luna, can you manifest an SP as a mother figure? Yes, you can. I'm going to assume that that's not somebody you're romantically interested in. Because if you are, why would you want somebody to be a mother figure? You see what I'm saying? But instead, what I would do is say, define. Again, this comes down to you defining what is it? Why would I want somebody to be a mother figure? What is it that I want from that? What does that look like to me? And then pick and choose parts of that and then pop that into them. But you have to get clear on what a mother figure is to you. And then, yeah, now that's your SP. Is he treats you like how you want, they treat you how you want to be treated based on your definition of what a mother figure is. Because there's a lot of different, okay, so might be a little TMI, but you do think I give a shit? No. So I used to always think it was weird. Okay. I used to always think it was weird that during sexy time that women would call their boyfriends daddy. I said used to, okay, relax. I used to always think it was weird because I was like, well, who wants to fuck their dad? You know what I'm saying? So that used to always like be my analogy. But then I was like, well, no, because it's like daddy is something different, you know what I'm saying? And guys like that term. And so now I fully am supportive of the cause. I'll let you figure out why. But I used to always think that was weird. Okay. Aloha construct. I'm close to giving up. Nothing changes. How long have you been doing this? I like Red Robin too. Yum. You're close, but then again, I want to eat fucking everything. I want chicken broccoli fettuccine Alfredo today too. So I think I'm going to go to Red Robin, have a healthy lunch, and then chicken broccoli fettuccine Alfredo for dinner. Okay, you said you're close to giving up. Nothing changes. What isn't changing? And how long have you been doing this? So this is my problem with you guys. We're going to get into that. I miss you, Marisol. Today's amazing. You know you do too, Chanel. You know you do too. I've got myself into a situation last night where my SP accused me of cheating and left. Okay. Okay, Tamara. You got yourself in a position. Thanks, Danielle, sister. You got yourself in a position. What did you do? What did you do? Sorry. Okay, what did you do? Huh? Why would you get yourself in a situation last night? And he accused you of cheating. So fucking what? So what? So what? No, he knows that I'm completely faithful to him. Tell a different story. Tell a different story and do it now. Okay? Your inner conversations are more important than any fucking thing else that you have going on. Anything else that you have going on. So I don't understand why you guys keep getting your fucking panties in a bunch. I don't know why you guys keep getting your panties in a bunch where you guys cannot help yourself but read into shit. Well, you know, things didn't go as expected. How? Why? Why do you keep overanalyzing things? Why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep overanalyzing? The only time this fucking investigative reporter hat should come on is if they tell you something you don't want to fucking hear, or if you're confused by something that they say, or they pull back, then that's when this should come on. But when you're hanging out with SP, when you're talking, when you're spending time with SP, whether it's in person or on the phone, that is not when that hat should be on. Okay? That's when this hat should be on, paired with a little bit of this, paired with this. Okay? So therefore, it's like I'm the queen and I'm going to enjoy my time with my SP. I'm not going to analyze all the shit. Like, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. Because here's I was on a call this morning with a client. Yes, I took coaching calls today. I was on the phone this morning with a client and she said, I'm not going to this afternoon though. But anyway, she said, I thought it was brilliant. Now don't quote me, but I thought it was great where she said, it's like, she goes, every time you do things like that, every time you react to the 3D, every time you check the 3D, all of this stuff, every time you freaking get your panties in a bunch about stupid shit, anytime you think about worst case scenarios, fill in the blanks about things that were not said, you are thought cutting. You know, like, But yeah, I thought that was a great analogy. I said thought cutting. That's very brilliantly put, because that's exactly what you're doing. It's exactly what you're doing. Why are you choosing to do that to yourself when you know it's harmful to you? Why would you choose to do that to yourself? Because every time you guys say things and I go, oh, I said, how do you know this? Right? A lot of times I'll ask you that. Oh, okay, Elena. Now, Elena, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I know you know what you need to do. This is your chance, girl. Don't let me down. Do not let me down. Okay, so most of the times you guys will tell me something that happened, or you'll tell me something and I'll be like, how do you know this? Right? And you'll tell me how you know it. And I said, oh, okay, well, let me break this down, right? Or I'll be like, I'll say either, how do you know this? Or the second question will say, did they tell you this? What exactly did they tell you? Did they tell you that? Well, no, not exactly. Well, no, they didn't say that. Oh, okay. So they said the first part and you decided to extend on that. They didn't say it, but you decided to assign a negative meaning to it instead of whatever you want it to mean. That's right, bitch. Pizza. Ooh, pizza sounds good too. I'm hungry. Pizza Hut. You know what? Don't get me fucked up, because Pizza Hut is the shit. So think about their crust. My SP broke up with me, and now a month later, after no contact, is ignoring me reaching out. Huh? He broke up with you, and now a month later, after no contact, is ignoring me reaching out. So I'm confused by that, Jenny Lynn. So if I'm reading this right, and feel free to clarify, you're now, after a month of no contact, you're reaching out to him and he's ignoring you. Is that correct? And if that is correct, then exactly what is the context of those, exactly what is the context of those texts? And also, what is your intention behind the text? Okay, these are all very important because you guys, okay, so I would need to, I love how you guys are pinning your fucking comments at the top. Like, you don't want to wait. This is your choice to go no contact. You need to check your inner conversations, because thought transmission works anytime when it comes to your SP. You have to understand that you don't do anything without first having a thought about it. Same with them. They don't do anything without first having a thought about it. That's how the world functions. That's how we as human beings function. Okay. You do not take this and decide to drink just because you feel like it. No, you're like, I'm thirsty. Oh, I want to drink. Sugar-free electrolytes, dash of Kool-Aid, bitch. Mm-hmm. Cuts the taste of no sugar by sprinkling with sugar. Anyway, I digress. You do not sit there and do this without thinking, my hair's my fucking face, okay? Nothing you do, like every time you check social media, there's a thought that's transpiring, even if you're not consciously aware of it, that's causing you to check their social media, causing you to check gutter trash of social media, whatever. Okay. So same with when you send a text. Okay. When you send a text and you've been no contact, there is some kind of thought that is transpiring before you send that text. What is that thought? Typically, if you're in no contact, let me help you out with what the thought probably was in a line with. If you're in no contact with SP and then you go to send a text, then typically leading up to that, you're like, I hope he fucking responds. Like, I don't know if he's going to respond, but I hope he's responding. Okay, I hope he's responding. I hope he is. Like, I don't know if he's going to respond, though. You can't do that. You can't do that because therefore he doesn't respond. Therefore he doesn't respond. Because that's what you're doing. Okay? You're preventing them from responding by questioning if they would or doubting that they will respond. So therefore, guess what they don't do? Respond. Or you send the text hoping, not expecting, but hoping. There's a difference, okay? Hoping that they're going to respond. But here's whether you know if you expect them to respond or don't. You send the text, put the phone down. But you find yourself constantly checking notifications. Notifications. Did he respond yet? Did he respond yet? Did he respond yet? Therefore, they didn't. Because if you expected them to respond, you wouldn't need to check. Okay? You wouldn't need to check. Okay, so, and he very much may have been happy to hear from you. This is where the inner conversations need to benefit you. Okay, especially in what you want. So like I was having a conversation yesterday, and this is the same thing with you, Jenny, exactly the same point. I was having a conversation yesterday, and she's like, I keep telling myself, she goes, I would just tell myself that he needs me to pay his bills. He needs me to pay his bill because he hadn't paid his bill. Okay, and so I said, okay, well, I wish you would have told me that, because here's the problem with that statement specifically. Is one, as long as you say he needs you to pay his bill, he won't pay his bill. Two, if you're wondering why he hasn't paid his bill, where's his money going? I know he got paid on this day. Why didn't he pay his bill? And he needs me to pay his bill. You have now activated your reticular activator system. So your RAS system, which scans your surroundings. So what happens is now your surroundings are being scanned and pointing out, bringing to your conscious awareness all the things that he is spending his money on, which is why he's not paying his bill. On top of that, if he thinks that if you're telling yourself that he needs you to pay the bill, then he doesn't feel the need to pay the bill. He can't pay the bill. He literally can't pay the bill. Even if he had the money, he can't pay the bill because why? I'll go spend my money on all this other stuff because I need her to pay the bill. She's going to pay the bill. So therefore the bill's not being paid. See what I'm saying? So you have to take a look at that. So same with you, Jenny, is when you're telling yourself that he would be happy to hear from you, he very much could have been very happy to hear from you. He could have easily picked up that text and been like, ow, yes. And then put the phone right back down. Being happy to hear from somebody isn't requiring a response. It's not requiring a response. Okay? So instead, you should be telling yourself that, yeah, he's totally going to be happy to hear from me and he can't wait to talk to me. Like, he's absolutely going to respond. Why wouldn't he? He always responds to my texts. Okay, there's a different dialogue there because now you're going from happy to hear from you because you don't have a crystal ball. So it's not like you were sitting there or like Maleficent, right? And sitting there with the magic mirror on the wall saying, show me my SP's home right now. So you can see his reaction to your text. You couldn't see that. Okay, he very much could have been happy to hear from you, but didn't respond because you wavered and you were hoping, but also doubting that he would respond. So therefore, he could have been over the moon to get your text, but didn't respond. Okay, they're counteractions, and that's where we have to remember that, because that's why when you ask Chosen, why does no contact exist? No contact doesn't exist, to be frank. It doesn't start out existing, okay? But what happens is sometimes people will say, I want to go no contact. Like, let's say you are with your SP, you guys are not getting along, whatever, and your SP's like, I want to go 2 weeks of no contact. Okay, first of all, I did not even know that was a fucking thing. Okay, thanks, Danielle, girlfriend. So let's say they say that. because I've had people break this over and over again. So what happens is we are like, oh, I'll respect their decision. The fuck are you talking about? So they're assuming there will be no contact for 2 weeks. Therefore, there is no contact for 2 weeks because that is your assumption now because you chose to listen to what they say. And you're like, well, I'm not going to hear from him for 2 weeks. Therefore, they literally cannot contact you for 2 weeks because you believe you won't hear from them for 2 weeks because that's what they said. Okay, so then let's say they contact you after 2 weeks. Well, and they're like, okay, I'm ready to talk. Well, now you are in your mind are unsure of how this conversation is going to go. Therefore, it does not go very well, right? You're not sure what they've been doing for the last 2 weeks, right? All you've been doing is questioning and counting down the days during those 2 weeks and questioning what they're doing and where their thought process is and this, that, and the fucking third. And like I was talking to somebody today and she goes, well, I keep doing these things because I want to know. She goes, it's not working. I'm doing this and it's not working. I said, how do you know it's not working? She goes, well, because I'm doing tarot card readings and checking in with my intuition, and my intuition is saying this. I said, but your intuition is only based on an assumption. Okay, that's all intuition is. And so it's like, it's your subconscious mind bringing up past experiences with this person, thus creating your intuition about a person because you know them. Okay. I said, so you want to know what they're thinking, and they are thinking whatever you fucking decide they're thinking. That's it. You control their thoughts. What are you deciding they're thinking? But most people question it. Then the only other reason why no contact exists is because one, after the breakup, they completely force the 3D over and over and over again and get blocked. And then they'll send a text and they're counting down the fucking time they haven't responded. I texted him at 4:00. It's been we had somebody come on here and said it's been 15 minutes. I was like, really? 15 minutes? Okay. But you're counting down the time and you're focused on the time of them not responding. So you're checking, you're like, I sent this, and text doesn't help because they tell you when you sent it, right? Just like on Instagram, they'll be like, last active 29 minutes ago. Who needs to know when you're active? I'm telling you, it's awful, right? And so you'll be like, well, I texted them at 10:00 and it's been, 4 hours and they haven't responded. They literally could have just been busy out to dinner, right? But instead you're looking at it like, no, they don't want to talk to me. Oh, they're ignoring me. This, that, and the fucking third. Therefore, 4 hours turns into 6 hours. And now those thoughts amplify. And now 6 hours turns into 24 hours. And now you're even more in your fucking thoughts about them going no contact and ignoring you. And so 24 hours turns into 48 hours. And we got a whole fucking mess. Because now the no contact could have been broken the second you decide they're going to contact you. I had somebody do this where she was told no contact for 2 weeks. And I said, stop saying 2 weeks. I said, drop the 2 weeks. Because she said it like 10 times. I said, drop the 2 weeks. I said, stop acknowledging the 2 weeks. She goes, okay. Well, he broke no contact before the 2 weeks. Of course, because you dropped the 2 weeks. You guys need to stop looking at the time of when you last spoke to him. Stop looking at the fucking time. Stop doing that. Stop reacting to every fucking thing. You have to understand, if you would just bring a little bit of logic into shit, you have to understand that logically it doesn't make any sense what's going on. So then it's like, well, that does make, because you have to understand, when you deal with gutter trash and gutter trash knows about you, there's a difference if gutter trash does not know about you or you don't know about gutter trash. But when gutter trash knows about you, sometimes they will do shit, especially if we know they're crazy. Oftentimes they will do shit to get a reaction from you, to get you to try and get under your fucking skin, because logically they know it isn't working with your SP. So their only other alternative is to go after you, hoping that you will choose to walk away. That's the only reason why they come for you. It's the only reason they come for you, is they want you to try and make their job easier. Why the fuck would you let them do that? They could try to come for you all day long. You don't think I've been triggered in the past? Of course. Of course. This is why I understand, okay? I'm not going to be this person. See, a lot of people don't understand. So you can go on like other creators' lives or anything and ask a question. They're going to be like, just decide the opposite. Clearly, you've never dealt with gutter trash. You know what I'm saying? Just do this. Clearly, you've never manifested an SP back. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's where I'm different because I get it. I know what you're going through because I've been through it myself. I know what it's like to be triggered. I also know what it's like to have people try to trigger you and then to think logically, why are they doing that shit? Because they know that whatever they're doing isn't working. So now they're going to come for you, hoping that you will make their job easier. Nope, I don't think so. Okay, but it gets to you. It gets to you, and it's okay. It's okay for all of you. It's okay if you react. Who fucking gives a shit? It's okay if you react. Just dust your fucking ass off and move forward when you're done. Don't tell yourself, I ruined it. No, you fucking didn't, unless you tell yourself that. Just pick yourself up and be like, okay, well, yeah, I reacted. I'll give them that, right? I did. 3D got me. They got me today. They got me good. That's fine. I reacted. But I'm over that shit now. And I'm going to move forward. And I'm going to remind myself that the 3D can go fuck itself. That's why we remind myself. And I'm going to dust myself off and push forward again. No damage done. You have to know, logically speaking, yeah, in an ideal world, don't react. Don't react. But in a logical reality, you're human. We lead with emotions, especially women. Lead with emotions. It's okay if you react. Don't make it a thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it a fucking thing. But try your best not to. But if you do, it's fine. Fucking pick yourself up, though. It's kind of like making a mistake at your job. Are you just going to make a mistake at your job and be like, oh, well said. I quit. I'm just going to do myself a favor and I quit before you fire me. No. People learn from it. That's all this is learning from it. You made a mistake. You reacted. Learn from it. Adapt and move forward. That's all you have to do. You make a mistake at your job. What do? Learn from it, fix it, and move forward. You don't hit the unemployment line because you made a fucking mistake. Depends what the mistake is, but I'm just kidding. But you don't do that. So stop sabotaging yourself. Stop doing that. Which is why we're going to simplify shit today. We're going back. We're forgetting every fucking thing that law of assumption people want to teach you, and we're going to leverage simplifying things. Okay? That's what we're going to do today. We're going to get into that in a minute. We're going to simplify all the shit. We're going to be like, no, that's it. I have been overcomplicating this shit since I ever learned about the law. And all it's been doing is getting me in my own fucking head, and it's been hurting me instead of helping me. So if you're not getting movement, if you're getting movement and things are going great, then keep doing what you're doing, obviously, because it's working great. But if you have not and you're feeling discouraged, we're dropping every fucking thing. And we're going to go back and simplify everything. Because those that are getting movement are simplifying it. They're doing what I'm saying to do, but they're not suffocating the shit. They're doing it naturally. They're going with the flow, if you will. And when you go with the flow, take my advice, but go with the flow and don't suffocate the shit. Guess what? You get the movement. You get the stuff because you're not overthinking it. But so many of you overthink shit. Well, how long should I be affirming every day? I had somebody ask me that. She got me good because I don't know what the fuck she called herself on my calendar. Then I open up my camera. I open up my Google Meet and it's fucking, I love her. And I was like, why did you put that name on the calendar? Why didn't you just put who you were? I was like, stop playing with me. But she kept asking the same question. How long should I affirm? Should I affirm all day for this? No. No. I was like, I'm not going to tell you. I said, if you want me to tell you, you need to affirm your life away, I'm not going to do that. If you want to be like, how long should I affirm? I'm not going to tell you that either. This is not about affirming your life away. It's about affirming. I'm going to tell you 10,000 times now. Affirming is thought distraction. That's all it is. That's why we're going back. One affirmation. It's just designed to distract your thoughts. It's all it is. Inner conversations are pushing out significantly and much faster because why? Because it's natural to you. It's natural to you. And then you manifest the steps because living in the end, you can't even live in the end of no contact, being broken, let alone marriage or a relationship. That's fucking dumb. That's dumb. Because the way we are logical in our mind is, but that's not what's going on right now. Okay? So it's like, okay, he's not even fucking talking to me, but yeah, nope, we're married. We are completely married. What? No. That's not what your 3D is not even showing you that shit. And you can't even get over the fact that you're blocked, let alone to live in the assumption of marriage. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing that out there. Is it true that bad things happen before you get your manifestation? No. Username 738728. Okay. So technically there's no right or wrong answer here. It's yes. It's a yes and no. It's a twofold answer. Okay. It's yes and no. Am I going to tell you yes, it is typical? No, it's not. But is it possible that things could appear to get worse before you get your manifestation? Yes. Yes. Am I going to create that assumption in you and tell you, yes, it's that way all the time? No, I'm not going to do that. Okay. But because I don't create assumptions in you that aren't going to benefit you. And that one would not benefit you. Okay. But what you have to understand is when you are manifesting consciously, or even any manifestation, even if it's subconscious manifestation, whenever you're manifesting, whatever has to happen naturally for you to get your manifestation is exactly what will happen. So there's a natural unfolding of events that must take place for you to get your manifestation. Okay. You're not going in a perfect world. You'd open up your door like Barbie, right? You'd open up your door and here comes Ken, your SP, flying in on a helicopter and going down the ladder, dropping off on your doorstep with a bouquet of roses. That's typically not how it happens though, right? So somewhere they have to start thinking about you often. Okay. Then they have to start thinking about you all the time. Then they do little things to try and get your attention. Now that could be good and bad things. But trying to strike up a conversation with you. Like I had a client yesterday said, he just messaged me asking if he can come pick up some nail clippers. Like he needed nail clippers. There's literally grocery stores for that. You know what I'm saying? In fact, with the gas prices these days, I love that meme where they're like, when you want to smell expensive and they put their gas on their fucking wrist and do that shit, right? Gas prices these days would have been cheaper. Just bring your ass to your local little CVS and pick up some nail clippers, or the Dollar Tree for that matter. The $1.25 tree, excuse me. But there's things like that. Okay. So also, if you're manifesting something big, like your husband coming home or something like that, then something, but there's gutter trash in the picture, right? Then something could happen that looks unfavorable to you. But it's what has to happen to create the wedge between gutter trash and hubby. So hubby comes home, or hubby's already on his way home because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And so she's trying to force the 3D, like everyone else does, to save her relationship. But you're not seeing it like that. you're seeing it like, oh my God, it's sliding backwards. It's not working. It's not going the direction I want because you're reacting in the moment. You know, when I was affirming for money, things like that. I wasn't affirming for money. That's why I said it's like you don't have to affirm your life away. I affirm because it keeps my mind busy. But when I had talked to a couple friends about money, and I was like, I think I'm going to start my own business again. I think I'm going to start my business back up. I said because X, Y, and Z about. I said because I said my initial income goal. I said I want to make more money, and so this is my initial income goal. Blah blah blah. But your assumptions, you already have certain assumptions, okay? And so my assumptions, because I had said this numerous times to some of my entrepreneur clients, because I was in this toxic partnership that wasn't working out well, because he was tanking the company profits. So what I started making, because he would refuse to listen to me, and he kept saying the company profits are on the decline. Business is hurting. And so because of that, the business started going this direction, which affected my income. So I was like, I'm capped because I don't have any time to do anything because I'm up from 7 to 5 on calls with clients all fucking day long, plus doing everything else for him behind the scenes. Like, I don't have time for shit. But I also knew that I was not making the money I wanted to. So when I threw out there that I was going to start my own business again, and I want to make more money, and started having inner conversations about, I think I was saying something like I make $1,000 a day or some shit like that. All of a sudden, within like 72 hours or a week at max, I don't know, because again, I don't clock fucking time. All of a sudden, the guy I had a partnership with was like, hey, this isn't working out. I think we need to dissolve the partnership. So now, as I'm affirming for money and having inner conversations about money, my income went from money to nothing. No income at all overnight. And I was like, oh shit. Like, I'm a single mom, okay? And here where I live, it's not cheap to live where I live. I wonder if I could I bet I can change the economy in California to have it be like the cheapest state to live in the world. Let's do it, Mina. Let's do it, Danielle. California is the cheapest state in America to live in. I'm getting everybody on board with that shit. But anyway, so my income went away overnight, and I was like, oh fuck. Like, I was like, this isn't good. But I persist. But at the same time, you go through emotions, right? So did I react at first? Yeah. I didn't react emotionally, but was I pissed off? Yeah, 1000%. Did I call a couple of my business clients like, you're never going to guess what fucking just happened? Yes. But you know what I did right when I was finished? And I said, well, I literally mentioned that I want to make more money. And I literally had thrown it out there to 2 clients that I was thinking about starting my own business again. I said, so guess there's no time like the present. This must be what had to happen for me to get my manifestation. That's exactly how I looked at it. That's exactly what I told people. Hey, you know what? Yeah, was I pissed at first? Yeah, but then I realized that I've been manifesting more money. So obviously my subconscious mind knows that I'm not going to make that here because I'm not in control of that necessarily. I was like, so I said, so I guess this is what has to happen. As I have no income, nada. I was like, I guess this is what has to happen because that must mean that my manifestation is here. That's discipline. Did I react to it? For sure. But I didn't dwell on it for weeks. It was like for a day, I was like, fuck him, blah, 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 blah. Then I was like, dust your bed. Bitch, this is exactly what you've been asking for. So did I expect it to go like that? No, but I tell you guys, you're not in charge of the how. The how's not your problem. So I didn't expect it to go like that. But I turned it around in my mind and was like, well, I guess this is what has to happen for me to get what I'm getting. That means it's here because it looks like it's getting worse. And I've had a lot of people say the same thing. I was manifesting money, but then I lost my fucking job. So then I stopped. Well, that's why. Because if you in your mind believe that you can only make that you're only making so much money at your job, but you're manifesting more money, then whatever has to happen for you to get that money, if that means that you have to lose that loser ass job to get a better one, is exactly what may have to happen, even though you don't see it at the time. See what I'm saying? So that's why you keep going, even if it looks unfavorable to you. You keep going. Do you understand? Yes, Jenny, you should let them reach out. Jillian, what if I'm scared that I'm not doing it right? There's no right or happy Mother's Day to you, Joe, girlfriend. There is no right or wrong way to manifest. See, that's what you guys don't understand. That's what you guys don't fucking understand. There's no right or wrong way. There's no playbook that's like, okay, well, if you want to manifest, here's how you maybe I should make one. Maybe I should make one. I'll put that on Amazon. How to manifest the right way. That's a good one. Manifestation for dummies. There's no right or wrong way to manifest. That's what it's going to say in the book. You know, it's like that book that says everything men know about women, and it's nothing but blank paper inside. It's like the number one gag gift people give you. It's like everything men know about women. It's completely blank inside. I was like, man, what a brilliant ass idea. And that's all it's going to say. Everything, how to manifest the right way. There is no right or wrong way. End of book. End of book. But that's what you guys have to realize. There's no right or fucking wrong way. There's no way you can fuck it up. Why? Because you didn't know that you were doing it your entire life. Yet it played out perfectly. It played out perfectly. You weren't intentionally trying to manifest your breakup, yet it happened. It played out perfectly. It played out exactly how you wanted it to, even if you didn't actually want it to do that. Okay? Everything else, it's always playing out perfectly, even if you're not trying. That's the point. Stop trying. Okay? Because you can't screw it up at all. You cannot screw it up at all. There's no right or wrong way. It's as if it's happening now. The only wrong way you can manifest is by having everything be future tense, because there's no future. So like, you know, I know we're getting back together. You want to put a date on that shit? Or you want to put like right now, right? Because I know we're getting back together. Could be like 50 fucking years from now. Because you'll get back together when you decide that you're getting back together. Period. So what do you affirm, Jen, if SP doesn't reply yet in order not to digress or feel anxious? Okay. I'm Camille, girlfriend. Not everything. Listen up. All of you right now, I want you to listen. Listen with your listening ears, okay? Listen with your listening ears. Not everything is an affirmation. Your thoughts are affirmations, yes. But not everything that you want has to be turned into an affirmation, or you will affirm for fucking everything. Your life away. Your life away. So, what do I affirm if SP doesn't reply? Nothing. Nothing. I don't affirm like an active affirmation, because what would that affirmation even look like, right? Instead, I don't do that. Instead, you can look and be like, he hasn't replied yet. So let's like, I didn't say that. Okay. But like, let's say he hasn't replied. It's been like 8 hours or 2 fucking days. Instead, because usually I told you, you could dead it if you would focus on change that shit right away. So like, let's say he doesn't reply for 6 hours. In my mind, that's an inner conversation, because you're having the inner conversation anyway about the fact that he's not replying. Okay. So instead, this is where we leverage inner conversations to control the inner conversations. So if I look at my phone and I messaged my honey this morning, and I look at my phone, I can see I messaged him 6 hours ago and he hasn't replied. So I'm like, oh, I know I know he's hanging out with this cousin right now. He's probably fucking playing video games or he's taking a nap or some shit. But I know he's going to message me back. It's not really a big deal. Done. All done. He's obviously busy right now, but you know what? He's going to message me back as soon as he has time. He'll message me back. So, job done. Do they message back 100% of the time? Yeah. For me. And does that mean, and have I been left? Has he left me on red? Yeah. So, I've left him on red. I'm just petty. So sometimes I'll be like, open. But again, I turn it into flattery, okay? Because it's just how my mind works. I'll be like, I'll let him see. Because I know how you guys fucking react to being left on red. So I leverage that. And I'm like, I'll just leave my honey on red for a little bit. You know, like, just because it's fucking petty. I'm like, so what? So what? He'll leave me on red, and so he's busy. He's fucking busy. He could be busy doing not a goddamn thing. So, so what? I assign whatever meaning I want to it. Because if you'll do that, you will notice that when they reply back, they'll say almost exactly what you gave it a meaning. Honey's probably taking a nap, right? If you know he takes naps, you could be like, oh, he's probably taking a nap, right? Or he's at work, you know, or he's just busy. Just fucking keep it a blanket statement back. He's just busy. He's just busy right now, but he'll message me back today. I have no doubt. I know him. I know he's going to message you back. Doesn't matter. And then when he messages you back, I'll be like, sorry, honey, I was just busy. Yeah. Instead of the alternative, what's the alternative? Oh, he's fucking ignoring me. What's he doing? That's more important. Why isn't he talking to me? Why isn't he messaging me back? You know, like he's fucking ghosting me again. Like, what the fuck? Why isn't he messaging me back? It's been like 6 hours. When the fuck is he going to message me back? How's that helping? Yes. Do you see what I'm saying? It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. The whole thing, if you break it all down to yourself, that's what I want you guys to do. Take a look at your behavior. Take a look at your inner conversations. Let them flow. Let them flow naturally. Just take a look at them and ask yourself, how fucking stupid is that of a conversation? Bitch, get a grip. Okay? You have some stupid little thought come up, be like, fucking seriously, it's so goddamn stupid. Get a grip, bitch. Yeah. Like, that's fucking stupid. No, of course he loves me. Of course no, it's fucking dumb. Why would he ignore it? Of course he's going to text me back. I was telling somebody today is that, because she was saying that she tends to argue in her mind with her boyfriend. I said, well, sometimes you ain't got no time to go, you know, redoing shit, right? Who the fuck has time for that? And who cares? When you can leverage what you know is a weakness of yours. Okay? So it's like, I told her, I said, if you insist on arguing with your boyfriend in your mind, then why don't you argue about how amazing you are and what look, like you could have this whole argument in your mind, like, look, motherfucker, you know that I'm perfect for you and you know you're perfect for me. Like, you know we're destined to be together and you're in love with me and you absolutely fucking know this, bitch. So I'm going to need you to seriously get a grip right now. And you're fucking texting me because you know what? You can't stand to not. You love talking to me and you're completely miserable right now without fucking me. And so you know what? Yeah, bitch, you're texting me right the goddamn now. Why? Because I fucking said so, because you know I'm the only person that makes you happy. Now you just had the same, now you just completely argued with your SP in your mind. But with what you want. That's how you leverage. Because you know that thought transmission is real. And so if you're going to bitch in your mind about them, instead, bitch in a positive way about, look, I know, you know how you fucking feel about me. I know how he fucking feel. Like he pisses you off, right? You're pissed. You are pissed. This man has not contacted you in a month, 2 months, and you're like, I'm fucking done. You think I'm playing games? Let me tell you, motherfucker, I know every day that goes by, you do nothing but miss me, okay? You are completely miserable every second we don't talk. I'm the only one that makes you happy. You know exactly how the hell you feel about me. You know that you're in love with me. You know you can't live without me, so get a fucking grip, and I want you to text me now. You're texting me today because you cannot let another goddamn day go by where you don't talk to me because I'm all you fucking think about. I am all you think about. See what I'm saying? Get pissed. But leverage your thought transmission. To be like, yeah, he can still hear my thoughts. So I'm not going to get pissed and whine about how he's being an asshole and doesn't want to talk to me. No, I'm going to use the same energy. And I'm going to control what he hears. From this point forward, I'm going to control what the fuck he hears. And I'll get enraged and livid and pissed off at him all the livelong day. But knowing that he's hearing my thoughts, don't worry, because I will make sure you are hearing exactly what I want you to hear. That's how you leverage. That's how you take the things that you know you fault on. That's how you leverage. That's how you take the things that you know you fault on and freaking change it to work for you. Being like, oh, that's fucking it. What up, Invincible? That's it. I'm at my wit's end with this motherfucker. Yeah. Thanks, user 478 in Zion. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're like, ugh. But instead of and bitching about everything he's not doing, you're just like, let me tell you what I expect from this asshole. Look, asshole, this is what I expect from you. Okay? You can even say that like, look, dick. At least with the butterfly, hopefully you're paying attention. Look, asshole. Here's what the fuck I expect from you. I expect you to tell me everything I want to hear. Like, you're literally going to call me and you will tell me everything I fucking want to hear. Okay? Because you know. I know how you feel. I know exactly how the fuck you feel about me. You know that too. And I am absolutely perfect and you can't stand to be away from me. So you're going to come correct. Let me let you know, you're going to come correct. You're going to treat me like a queen. You are going to send me nothing but loving, sweet fucking messages from this point forward. Do you understand? Because that is exactly what I expect from you. I expect you to show me nothing but affection, whether it's through text or in person. I don't give a fuck. But that is exactly how you're going to treat me. That is exactly how you're going to fucking talk to me. Let me just let you know. This is what I expect. Thank you very much. Come again. Yeah. That's right. Do you see what I'm saying? That is leverage, guys. That's why we leverage. You always find... There you go. There you go, son. Son says, be right back. Need to bitch at SP's picture. That's what you do. You got to let it out, but let it out in a way that you know they're hearing what you're saying. So instead of bitching about everything they're not doing, you're going to bitch about everything that you expect from them. I expect you to talk to me this way. I expect you to treat me this way. I expect you to fucking contact me daily, bitch. Daily. Yeah, you're going to text me daily. You're texting me every fucking morning. You text me. In fact, you cannot stop talking to me. Okay, because I expect you to text me every single fucking day. You're going to text me at good morning, period, because that is what I expect. And I know how you feel about me. I absolutely know how you feel about me. And I know right now, I know you're miserable. You cannot stand every second we're apart. Yeah. Bitch, bitch, bitch. But leverage, leverage, leverage. What you're bitching about. So therefore, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let me just go ahead and bitch all the live long day. That's what it's about, Heavenly. That's what we do here. That's what we do. That's what we do here. Okay? No one can take anything from you. Okay? Where there is no one that decides what you can and cannot do for manifestation. And when you think about it, that's where we decided, that's where I thought about it and said, why can't you leverage every fucking thing? All you need to know is how it works. And once you know the baseline of how it works, then you're like, well, let me find the leverage now. And when you start leveraging the words that come out of their mouth as feedback, instead of getting all emotional and sensitive about the shit and getting all angry about what they said, when you grow up and put on your investigative journalist hat and start realizing, oh shit, tell me more. It's almost like you're like, oh, what else do you have a problem with? Oh, got it. I'm on it now. Don't even trip. Mental note. Thank you so much. I've taken a mental note. And that means that this is feedback. So that means that I need to clarify my thoughts, because then I will clarify yours. I tested it and it works very fast. Very fast when you sit there and decide that you're in control. You're in control of everything. Of every fucking thing. Is I going to sit there and take my weakness? Happy Mother's Day, Jenna. I'm going to take my weakness and leverage it, because ain't no one got fucking time to fix the shit. Look at that. Look at that. For all of you guys that get your fucking panties in a bunch, okay? Look at this. Nayeli. The first day she saw me on 5/6, she did the photo method to get her SP to bring her flowers. And he did 3 days later. That's how this works. That's how this works. And you could test it even further, Nayeli, and decide what flowers he's going to bring you. What up, Bren? Okay, New Vista, how do you... You're welcome, son. How do you do thought transmission? Is that the same as telepathy? Yes, but you're learning how to... Yes, but you're learning how to You're learning how to control it, okay? Because you're transferring thoughts all the time to everybody in your reality. And I told you guys yesterday that everyone has their own realities, but everyone's realities blend together. Because if that wasn't the case, then it'd be like everyone lives on their own fucking island and no one talks to each other. You know what I'm saying? No, when you're with SP, you have your reality, SP has his reality, but your realities blend. Okay, like, duh. Although nobody talks about that. They just keep saying, you're in control of your own reality, and everybody has their own reality. Yeah, but they blend together. Me and my daughter have our own realities, but she fucking lives in my house. So I'm pretty sure they come together. That's how this works. Okay, so they're constantly hearing your thoughts all the time. So you are learning how to control what they're listening to. So instead of bitching about them all the time, everything they're not doing, how they're being an asshole and all this stuff, you're learning how to leverage that and say, okay, I'm going to gain control of this then. So I'm going to make sure that now that I know they're aware of every thought that I have, then I'm now going to stop bitching about them and I'm going to leverage what they're listening to. It's like listening to a radio station in Spanish when you don't speak Spanish and just not changing the fucking station. You're going to change the station, right? To something you want to listen to. It's the same fucking thing. So we want to change that station to what they're currently listening to leveraging it and being like, yeah, I do miss her. I do. Oh, yeah. I do. And I do really have feelings for her. Of fucking course you do. Because I've clarified and told myself that you absolutely have feelings for me. I know exactly how they feel about me versus questioning how they fucking feel about you. Because then they're like, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling a connection with you. Like, I'm just not there on that level with you, you know, because that's currently the narrative. That's what they tell you. And then that's what they push out. Like, I just don't feel the same about you. That's because you questioned how they felt about you. Okay. That's why they push that out. I just think you deserve better. I'm just not good enough for you because You have done nothing but bitch about everything that they don't fucking do in your mind. So now they don't feel good enough for you. They think you deserve better because you've maybe told yourself that, like, I know, how the fuck is he going to treat me like that? Because I totally deserve to be better. I deserve to be treated better. Well, now he's pushed that out. It's all you. It's always you. So, but again, that's right, Angela. Everybody's bitching at their SPs. But then that's where no one says that. They're telling you, they tell you what it is, but no one tells you how to make it work for you. That's the problem. No one tells you how to make it work for you. They just tell you what the fuck it is. Okay, great. That doesn't tell me anything, right? Then they're like, well, you know, they're just showing up based on your assumptions of them. Okay, that's true too. But no one goes into further explanation on the fact that you should be an investigative fucking reporter and listen to the language coming out of their fucking mouth, because now you find the leverage. They're literally begging for you to clarify your mind. So when you put on your investigative hat and listen, not listen to respond to what the fuck they're saying, and actually listen to what they're saying as feedback, they're begging for you to get clear in your mind so that they're clear. But nobody talks about that either. That's because they don't know. The only reason they don't talk about that stuff is because they don't know. Because they watch some YouTube videos, manifest a couple little things, and now want to talk about it. That's the reality. That's the reality. Versus my background is the subconscious mind. And luckily for all of you, I'm petty as fuck. So because of that, I blend, I should put this in my bio. I blend law of assumption with the subconscious mind and pettiness. That's why we leverage everything, because I'm petty as fuck. But also because I've done it. I started teaching on weight loss for manifestation because I lost 100 pounds in 11 months, no diet, no exercise. So I taught on that. Then I manifested my SP back. So now I teach on that, right? Because I've done it. I didn't just see, oh, well, I can manifest an SP. No. But I have to go back in my mind. So sometimes I'll recall different things and be like, oh, I remembered this. But the only reason I can do that is because I didn't manifest my SP back like, oh, this would be an awesome fucking business. Be such an awesome business. No, I wanted my man. So I had to figure out what worked and what didn't work. And then when I manifested my SP back from no contact to living with me in 4 weeks, then I was like, and I had to do this shit on my own. Then I was like, okay. And then I started helping other people. And then I was like, okay, now let's refine the process. But I have to go back in my mind palace and remember things that I did because I did it naturally. And I wasn't fucking taking notes. like, well, you know, when I manifest my SP back, then I'm going to go ahead and take a note just so I can let him know at the end of the day what the process was. You know what I'm saying? No, I didn't do that shit. Oh, man. You guys are amazing, though. You guys are amazing. Let's see here. Some of you guys be asking the same question like within 2 seconds. Which, Ren, you love your SP. Which one? Ren's got 5. Maybe still 5. I don't know. But I love Ren. She cracks me up. You gotta have options. Sometimes you need to have options. You know what I'm saying? If you want options, I only want one. Be too much. It would be too much of a process for me to. I have enough time for one. That's my max. Anything over that, I'm like, that's too much. That's too much energy. And then I would always have the underlining, and yeah, it's an assumption, which is why I don't do it, that one day I'm going to slip up and be like Johnny when it's Matt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's why What up, convicted chaos? So that's why you just come up with, that's why you just call everybody babe or honey. They don't have names anymore. Right? It's impossible for you to fuck it up. If you got more than one SP, it's impossible because you're like, yeah, babe. They're all babe. Totally fine. Oh God, Heavenly. I know where that come from. Heavenly says, what up, Kimberly girlfriend? She says, I thought if I can't fake a happy mood, my manifestation would not work. What up, Anna Maria? Thanks, girlfriend. That's that law of attraction shit. That is that law of attraction shit. You need to be in a high vibration. You're not with your SP, but you should totally be happy about that shit. Huh? You're broke, but you need to be in a high vibe. Your life is going down the fucking shitter right now, and everything's going wrong in your world, but you know what? Be in a high vibration. What are you fucking talking about? Yeah, no. Feelings have nothing to do with manifestation. Now, can they help with manifestation? Yes, but the only reason it can help with manifestation is because the only time I tell people to try and channel a feeling would be because it's as if something's already happening for you, right? So it's like if you're thinking right now like that you guys text all day, every day, like you guys are always texting. And if you were to look at your phone right now and see 55,000 texts from your SP, how would you feel about that? Right? So you should, when you're saying certain things, I'm not saying fake it till you make it, but you should get like excited about it. Be like, fuck yeah, that's right. Texting me all day, every day, baby. But if you're not in high vibe and you're fucking sad, so what? Just affirm through the tears. Check your inner conversations. Okay? Because the emotion isn't what's manifesting. It's the thoughts and inner conversations behind the emotions. Okay? Because usually you have a thought that triggers the emotion. Nobody just starts to fucking cry. Usually there's a thought that triggers the emotion. Then you fall into that emotion and now your thoughts, what up, Just Nikki girlfriend? Then your thoughts are all fucked up. Because now your thoughts are aligning with that emotion, which is why people spiral, which is why people are going down negative thought-ass rabbit holes. But when you break that, guess what? You could affirm right through the fucking tears. I've done it. Where I'm like, oh, because I never understood that. I'm like, how the fuck do you affirm through tears? But when I experienced it, I was like, oh, okay. So you're crying and affirming. No harm, no foul, because the thoughts are not aligning with said emotion. All right? Hold the questions. Because we are going. Okay, so I was a little over adventurous yesterday. I think I'm going to retract on my daughter. I was like, you want to walk to Red Robin tomorrow? She's like, sure. Do you know how fucking far Red Robin is? Okay. If you're like a walker or a runner, it's in hindsight not fucking far. It's 1.5 miles. So it's not technically far. But for me, that shit's fucking far. I was like, oh. And I'm more like a we're out for an evening fucking stroll type of bitch. I'm not like let me walk like I got to go to the bathroom real fast. You know, what do they call it? Power walking? Yeah, that's not my shit. And so then what am I supposed to carry? My daughter, she's got 1 million purses, all that, but she doesn't carry shit. And so I'll make her carry all her own stuff. So we're going to leave at 12 so we can start walking. But I think I'm just going to be like, why don't we drive? We'll go for a walk later. Like we'll walk off our food around the neighborhood, but why don't we drive to Red Robin? Because I just washed my hair today. Ain't nobody trying to sweat, and it's fucking Mother's Day. Who the fuck is trying to do that? You know what I mean? I feel like it's Mother's Day, and I can leverage that. It's all about leveraging, right? Even in your own life. I'll be like, it is Mother's Day after all, so it is more about like what I want to do. And since you didn't get me flowers or anything for Mother's Day, the least you could do is let me drive to lunch. So I'm telling you that. Either you let me drive to lunch or I'm getting on your back. Yeah, I'm getting on your back. Why? Because we weigh the same and we're the same height. So you can't trump that card and be like, I'm bigger than you. No, I am not. Oh, look at that, Lisa with the butterfly. Johnny and Matthew are both of your SP's names. The signs, bitch, the signs. And that's also the thing we talk about is everything is a sign. Everything is a sign. It is not a pretty walk. No, it's not a pretty walk at all. And I thought we could walk back home because it's downhill. Who the fuck wants to walk? But I did think about Taylor Morgan, though, because she was like, she does a Stairmaster. And I was like, I'm good for one round. I'm good for about 2 minutes. It's kind of like that elliptical machine. I used to be able to do that shit forever. I'm good for this is why you don't look at time, guys. This is a perfect example why you don't look at time. Because you'll be on that shit. You'll feel like you've been doing that shit forever. Then you look at the time. You're like, what? 2 minutes? That's it. 2 minutes. And I'm already dying. Peachy, you're Jenna. Let me check. Let me check. Peachy, my SP reached out last week after no contact. What? Snaps for Peachy. Snaps for fucking everybody that got contact. My God, I'm off the game today. Look at that, guys. Okay. He reached out after 30 days of no contact. How can I manifest him back but better? You need to describe him differently. Okay, Peachy, you must describe him differently. So you need to describe them as the version of your SP that you want. Get very clear on it. Okay, get very clear on what is it you love about him. Okay, what is it that you want in a perfect relationship? Get very clear on those qualities, okay? Amazing is not a fucking quality. Sorry, guys, but being like, he's just amazing. That's not what the fuck is that? That's not a quality. Things were just great. But then a lot of times you're like, I just don't know how to describe it. Well, you better get to describe it. Okay? Because you need to know what that looks like. When you know what that looks like, then you're gold. Then you're fine. Then Ren. Of course I was going to ask you what SP you're referring to, bitch. I know my people. That's why I said, if you think you're going to come in here and act like you're brand new to the fucking game, you're not. I know who you are. But get very clear, okay? But don't react, Peachy, to the turnaround. Because oftentimes when they break no contact and they come back in contact, you will get bits and pieces of old version, bits and pieces of new version. But the key is it's real easy to persist in perfect boyfriend and best relationship when everything's great. But it's those times when it's not, where all of a sudden old version wears its ugly little fucking head. Then that's when you have to be like, no, not today. Nah, he's perfect. He's fucking so perfect. Like, let's say he shows up with, and you don't even have to go into this whole thing, but let's say he like shows up with an attitude. And you're just like, he's so sweet. Like, he has the best attitude. Like, he is always so sweet when we're together. Within an hour, turned right back around. But it's when you react to it and you take it personal. Like, did I say something? What did I do? Why is he being so mean to me? And all of those things, that is what keeps the old version around. Instead, no, he'll be like, leave me the fuck alone right now. I'm pissed off. He's so fucking sweet. My God, he's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. We're great. We're absolutely great. And he'll turn right back around. And that version of him will start to go away because you'll start to see more of the best boyfriend instead of asshole boyfriend. Nunya, your SP is practically an influencer. who lives in LA. 700 miles from me. Do I have a chance? Well, why don't you ask our girl Cami Fines? Okay. Her SP was 6,000 miles away. You act like 700 miles is a long fucking drive, like a long distance. It's not. Her SP is 6,000 miles away. Yeah, she just got back from seeing him. He was supposed to come see her in August and announced to her that he's actually relocating down here to be with her. So do you have a chance? Yes. The thing is you guys have to drop, who the fuck is an influencer? Let's be honest. A regular ass person. A regular ass person. That's all they are. Okay? In fact, I'm quite confident that a lot of influencers probably were not nearly as popular as they are now when they were growing up. Okay? So who cares? You have to stop looking at them as an influencer and start looking at them as a human being. A human being. A normal ass person. Like, that man works at fucking Taco Bell. Okay? When he works on, like, that man is the literally average Joe at Taco Bell. Don't matter. Does not matter. Hey, welcome to my girlfriend. I just saw your message today, girlfriend. Because you have to humble them. Because if you look at him as being better than you, as being on a pedestal, they will be that way forever. And they're used to people sliding in their DMs, wanting something. They're used to people wanting something from them. So when you come by, like, who the fuck is this person? Never heard of him. Well, now all of a sudden their interest and their curiosity has peaked. Because you treat him as a normal person, not as an influencer. I mean, I guess I can manifest me being an influencer now, but I want to be an influencer that lives their best, but I'm just kidding. I want to actually, I wish that influencers, I get that you started being an influencer, living your best fucking life and doing stupid ass shit online. But now that you have little kids that look up to you, teenagers that look up to you, people that look up to you, I wish that more influencers would start leveraging their audience and platform to, create fucking change in the world. You know what I'm saying? Spread a positive message, be the light, be the change, help people help combat bullying, different things like that, work with, help people in their confidence, different things like that, because they have such a strong following base and these people hold them up to a high regard. And for what? For them to sit there and be like, come on now, 24 million people, you can't make a dent of change in this world with the audience that you have? You couldn't seriously be any more narcissistic than that. But that's okay, because I will manifest influencers to start leveraging their platform for, good of humanity. Not for lack of intelligence in the humanity space now. I do. There's a chick I watch and I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, I refuse. I believe that they come, because I can see their house and stuff. I believe that they bought an insane amount of followers to start. You can buy thousands of followers. You can buy thousands and thousands of followers, not for a lot of money. I believe that's how most of them get their start. Because their shit is fucking stupid as shit. And then people now naturally start following people that have 1 million followers, 1 million subscribers, right? All of these likes and comments, that's how they get their audience. But like I said, maybe they should use it for, good of humanity. What if it's difficult for you because you're still emotionally attached in a way? You're going to be emotionally attached. User K26. Okay, we're going to do the photo method real quick. We're going to skip cord cutting today. But you're going to be emotionally attached in some kind of way. Because if you weren't, you wouldn't want this person, right? If you're not emotionally attached to them, you wouldn't give a shit about them. You wouldn't care. It's It's like you're emotionally attached to your fucking family most of the time, which is why you put up with nonsense. Okay. So it's not a big deal. It's not difficult for you because you're still emotionally attached, but don't tell yourself that. Okay. Because whatever you tell yourself, you're going to be right. Okay. You're always right, no matter what you tell yourself. So if you're going to tell yourself that you're emotionally attached, then your subconscious mind is going to be like, yes, you're correct. So until you decide that you're no longer emotionally detached, until you decide that you're not emotionally attached anymore, it's going to be difficult for you. It's kind of like people that believe that you have to work hard to make money, or making money is hard. As long as you assume that to be true, because that's what you tell yourself, unless you decide that making money is easy, it will forever be hard. Okay, so don't do that. Disney, you're exhausted. I've been trying and he hasn't unblocked in over a year. So I say this out of love because I think you're right. You may not be new here, but I don't recognize you in the comments. So here's a little tough love. You haven't been doing shit for a year. But consuming content, questioning everything, wondering what you're doing wrong, and looking for the next magical step the next key that will unlock everything. Trying technique after technique after technique, listening to creator after creator after creator, being lost, stuck, and confused, and not knowing what the fuck to do. But like I tell people, the reality is you didn't have to do shit to create what you have now, okay? You didn't have to do anything to create what you have now. All you have to do is what you did to create being blocked, but the opposite. Okay, you created your breakup because you thought about it. You questioned how they felt about you. You did all that shit and therefore it manifested. So if you want something different, all you have to do is, one, stop identifying being blocked. Okay. And two, start identifying as being someone who contacts you, can't wait to contact you, wants to be nothing but with you, and cannot stand to not talk to you, that needs to talk to you all the fucking time. That would never block you. And you do that by seeing the version of your SP. You know, I always say creators act like you can recreate your SP like it's an option. It's not an option, it's a requirement. You have to see your SP not as the person they are today, but as the person you want them to be for you, as the person they were when they contacted you all the time. You visualized. Visualizing doesn't do shit, okay? And you affirm those things and nothing's happening because you're checking the 3D all the time. That's the only way you would know you're blocked after a year, okay? You're affirming, but you're not doing inner conversations, okay? Inner conversations are what's pushing out. You're still identifying as being blocked. Therefore, they literally can't unblock you. You're wondering what they've been doing, why you haven't been talking, and all that stuff. So therefore, they literally cannot contact you. All links are in my bio. It's very cheap. But that's why they haven't contacted you. Unfortunately, that's the problem. Is that it's less about affirming, because like I tell people, okay, you did not walk around towards the end of your relationship saying, he's going to break up with me, 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 he's going to break up with me. No, you didn't. However, what you did do is towards the end of your relationship say, do they even like me anymore? Like, I don't know. They've changed. They're not the same person they were when we first were dating. And like, I don't know how they feel about me anymore. I'm not sure they want to be with me. Like, do they even want to be in this relationship anymore? Like, have their feelings for me changed? That's what you were doing. Therefore, the breakup happened because you pushed it out, because it was your inner conversations that were manifesting quickly. You were not actively affirming. It was the inner conversations. That's why most of the time people don't see a change. And oftentimes people will really get like in their own fucking way is that they're focused so much on affirming, because that's what law of assumption teaches you to do, is it's all about affirming, but not realizing that you weren't affirming for shit before. You were thinking, and every thought is an affirmation, but you were not robotically affirming. You were just having random inner conversations, and then boom, manifest the negative over and over and over again, over and over and over again. And people are wondering, why does the negative keep manifesting? That's why. Because you don't think about it again. You don't think about it again. You say something, boom. You think something, boom. Shows up over and over and over again. Versus learning how to control it. Learning how to control it. How the fuck old are you, Ren? Please tell me, because I'm curious. Now I'm curious. Now I'm curious. How old are you? All right. I'll answer your question in a second, Liz. We got to get to the photo method because this bitch got to go to the bathroom. Okay. And the only way I go to the ladies' room is by pausing this live for a couple bonitos, which I pause my live for a couple minutes while you guys do the photo method so that we can get you guys results. Okay. Oh, Ren. Well, this makes a whole lot more sense. But that's what we love about you. That's what we love about you. I do have, due to the foul language feature of my live, I do have a age limit on there. But not like it means shit. Kids are smart. That's what Google's for, to tell you how old you have to be. You know what I mean? So anyway, all right, guys. So let's do the photo method. Okay, so while I'm talking, I want you guys to get your SP's photo out. Okay. Get your SP's photo out. If you don't have a photo, just put it in your mind. Okay. Just all you have to do is imagine them in your mind. Okay. So you can say it in your mind. Yeah, Shaz, you can say it in your mind. If you cannot turn your thoughts off while saying it in your mind is wandering, you can say it out loud. Okay. Because you can't speak and think at the same time. Okay. So for this exercise, I need you guys to go back. Okay. We need to do something different. We do this every day. Usually I do the cord cutting, energy clearing before this, but today we're short on the time, so we're not doing it. Okay. But if you want to do it yourself, you can do that. On my profile, there's a series of 3 videos where I'm wearing a red shirt. It is the first out of the 3. That's where we do the energy clearing. Today, we're just going to do the photo method. All right. So get your SP's photos out. Now, here's the thing. I need you guys to start thinking differently. You guys have to start thinking differently, where you cannot come from the same position you've been coming from. You need to start viewing your SPs differently, because over the course of your relationship, your SP changed because you selected a different version of your SP, right? Which is why if you were to compare your SP at the time that you met them to the time that you broke up, they're not the same at all. Okay. That's because you over time selected a different version of your SP. Just like if you were to take the version of yourself that you were at the time that you met your SP to the time that you dated, your relationship ended, you also were not the same. And the reason for that is because during relationships, we tend to change our identities based on our relationship with our SP. Okay. On top of that, we end up changing a lot of things about us when it comes to your SP. So your identities become wrapped up. So our identities come wrapped up in the fact that we have to know that your identities cannot, and the way you see yourself cannot be attached to your relationship, as well as your relationships will also oftentimes create insecurities within yourself. So I want you guys right now to go back to the version of yourself. I want you guys to go back to the beginning of your relationship, when you first met your SP. And we're here to talk about you for a second. I want you to remember who you were at the time, yeah, Asha, it's one time. I want you to go back to the version of yourself that you were when you first met your SP. That confident version of you, there was some kind of confidence level about you where you didn't question things. You knew who you were, right? You knew who you were as a person, as a woman, as a man. You had a confidence level about you, a certainty, and a surety about you. Hey, I'd apologize to me, girlfriend. You had all of that. Unapologetically, me, did you guys figure out the issue yesterday? Hopefully. Okay, so you guys had a confidence level, a surety about yourself. You knew who you were. Where when you met your SP, yeah, sure, you liked your SP. A lot of us didn't like our SPs at first, right? We didn't see them as being a relationship. However, over time, yeah, sure, you liked your SP, but you didn't need to be with your SP. You didn't need them. Okay? You maybe wanted them, but you didn't need them. Okay? So you need to understand that. And you need to go back to that version of you. Channel who you were at the beginning of your relationship with your SP. Because who you were, that confident woman that walked around. Okay, I'll check it out. Now I'm curious. That confident woman, that woman that had the assurity and certainty about yourself. That's who your SP was attracted to. That version of who you were at that time is who your SP pursued, desired, was attracted to, really wanted to be with, was constantly trying to get your attention, was wanting to talk to you all the fucking time, wanted to monopolize your time, spend a lot of time with you. That version of you is who your SP wanted to date, who fell in love with you. That's who you must become again. You must become that confident badass in yourself again, because that's who they wanted. That's who they wanted. So you now are going to step into that version of you like a bodysuit that you're putting on, okay? Like a new bodysuit that you're putting on for the first time in a long time. Is you're going to get and you're going to put it on now. I am very fucking proud of you unapologetically. Me, pause, please. Yeah, bitch, that's how this fucking shit works. We're good. We're good. I literally, what did I say? 7 days total turnaround. Thank you for proving my proof of concept correctly, unapologetically me. Oh, yeah. Now, we'll get into her thing right after the photo method before I digress. But we're going to talk about the shift that happened with her. Okay? All right. So that is now who you are again. You're that version of yourself again, the one that your SP loved, desired. I'm excited to work with you because I can. Because I can. Now, I want you to go to a time in your relationship where everything was perfect. Where they were checking all the boxes. Your SP was checking all those fucking boxes. Go back to that version. I want you to remember who your SP was for you. Who was your SP at that time? How did they treat you? How did they make you feel? Who were they for you? And only you. She did what I said, Asha. Who were they for you? And Asha, if you really must know why you guys are doing what I said, he confirmed the complete opposite. He confirmed the complete opposite. And did she waver in her thoughts? Did she have a down day? Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. Did that fucking matter? Nope. Sure the fuck didn't. Why? Because by the time our conversation was over, what do you think she did? She adjusted her fucking crown. She adjusted her crown. Got a grip. And when somebody said, nope, we're not in a relationship, all of a sudden, less than 7 days, changed. Confirmed. Relationship. No relationship proposal fucking needed, bitches. I keep trying to tell your asses that. Jesus Christ. But that's okay. She's human, right? Which is why she's my lead coach, because she's confirmed relationship. I'm fucking proud of you, bitch. I am so proud of her. And she's a hard nut, too. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so what you have to understand is that's who you have to choose for your SP again, okay? The version of your SP that was perfect for you, that fell in love, the version of your SP that wanted you to talk to them, that won your fucking heart, the version of your SP that caused you to fall in love with them. Because that version of your SP, you never questioned, not for a second, how they felt about you. Reach out, cool mom, to Chanel, and she'll put you on my calendar. You never questioned at that moment how they felt about you. You never questioned if they would talk to you, if they would call you, if they wanted to see, if they wanted to be with you. Not in a million years did you ever question that shit when when they were perfect. Which is why your relationship escalates quickly, because you weren't questioning shit. That now is the version of your SP that you are selecting again. No other version of your SP exists from this point forward except for that version and that version only. So now you are the person that you are. You are the person of you. If you never had them with them tomorrow, then I want you to ask yourself, what would that look like for you? What would the perfect person for you, what would they do? How would they treat you? Okay? What would that do for you? Okay? So now you again are the perfect version of yourself, the one that was confident, that knew who she was worth, that knew who you were. Didn't need validation from anybody. And now you have now selected the version of your SP that was perfect for you, the version of your SP that you never questioned if block you, what, never. They would have never blocked you. They can't wait to talk to you. You never questioned how they felt about you, nothing. Because they were your perfect person. That is now again who your SP is for you now. Nothing else matters. No other version of your SP exists at all. At all. Except for your perfect person. Yeah, Chanel does. Do you understand? Okie dokes. Now, I need you to understand something. And this is 100% the honest truth. Every time you think about your SP, it is because your SP is thinking about you. That's why you'll be going throughout your day and all of a sudden they will just pop into your mind. That is because they are thinking about you. Your SP has not stopped thinking about you despite what your 3D has shown you. Your SP thinks about you all the time. Every time you think about your SP, they think about you. Every time you get an emotional surge, that is because they are thinking about you, which is why you're sad, because they're sad, because they have missed you ever since you stopped talking. There's not a day that has gone by where they have not thought about you, where they have not missed you. The fact is, love doesn't just die. As long as you know how they feel about you, they have felt that way the entire time. They felt that way the entire time. That's because you're on his mind all day, every day, Angela. Okay, this is why you have to force yourself to stop thinking about them. Why can't you force yourself? Why do you have to force yourself to stop thinking about them? You don't force yourself to think about them because it's natural, because they're thinking about you. Flashy, I don't know. We're going to have to reschedule because I don't know why it's saying now, because it shouldn't be saying now. Okay. But also I need you to also understand that there's not a second that has gone by where they have not wanted to contact you. They look at your pictures all day, every day. If you're blocked on social media, that's because they want you to think you're blocked. But the reality is they have unblocked you numerous times every single day so that they can see what it is that you're up to, so that they can look at your profile, look at your pictures, get a window into your life. And then they block you again so you have no idea that they were even on your page. They have reached out to you. No, Chanel. They have reached out to you from the beginning. or they have been wanting to reach out to you. They have written dozens and dozens of texts to you every single day. They go down memory lane on the photo gallery over and over and over again, thinking about all the memories that you had, which is why sometimes you'll think about random memories. That's because they're thinking about it too. They're thinking about it too. They have written numerous messages to you. They have been unable to press send or press that call button because you have not let them, because you weren't seeing that version of them. Right now, today, right now, you are going to give them permission to contact you. And the only way you can give them permission to contact you right now is by expecting something different from your SP, expecting them to text you back, expecting for them to call you, expecting for them to text you, because you expected it back then and they did exactly what you expected from them. So now you're going to expect that again. If you are new here, you're going to put on your crown. If you are not new here, you're going to straighten your shit. And you're going to do it now. You're going to straighten your crown and you're going to do it now, because here we get what we want. We get it when we want it. We don't settle around here. We get what we want. Period. When queens and kings give commands, do they have to question, wonder, worry, doubt, check if their command is going to be fulfilled? No. When they give commands, when queens and kings give commands, there's nothing to check. There's nothing to question. They don't have to. They know. They know that their command is going to be fulfilled. They expect it. There's nothing to check. They automatically expect, because of the queen and the king. What they say goes. You are the queen and king in your reality, and what you say fucking goes. There is no other way around it. Do you understand? So if you are, say this out, if you're alone, say this out loud so that you can say it with a little bit of backbone, a little bit of authority, okay? If you are not alone, say it in your mind, don't look like a wacko, all right? If you are in no contact with your SP, I did not ask about circumstances. Circumstances don't mean shit unless you choose to make them a circumstance, okay? If you're in no contact with your SP, or you're in contact but it is not consistent contact, then you're going to tell your SP to contact you. You're going to look them dead ass in their eyes, in their face, and on their picture. And you're... no, Jackie, I have not. You're going to go ahead and look at them in their face, and you're going to tell them to contact you. You can say contact, calling, texting, doesn't matter. However they would naturally reach out to you is exactly how that will happen. So you can look at their picture and you're going to tell them right now, you're contacting me right now, or you're calling me right now. Now, for the sake of this fucking exercise, you're going to say what I'm telling you to say. I will tell you how to leverage this outside of what I'm asking you to do so that you can do that moving forward. But the goal here is that you get contact here. Okay? Okay. So you're going to say, you're calling me right now. You are calling me right now. You are calling me right now. You are calling me right now. Okay? If you're in consistent contact with your SP, you can tell them they're contacting you right now, or you can tell them they're coming to see you today. You're coming to see me today. You are coming to see me today. If they can't come see you today and you got a certain day in mind, then you're going to tell them you're coming to see me tomorrow. Whatever. Okay? You're coming to see me today. You're coming to see me today. Now, if you're in any of the ships, friendship, situationship, relationship, marriage ship, any of the ships, then you're going to tell them you have options, okay? You can tell them they're contacting you right now, they're coming to see you today, or you can move to the next step and tell them that whatever you want. You're bringing me flowers today. You're buying me dinner tonight. You're bringing me dinner tonight. You're rubbing my feet tonight. And you're giving me sexy time tonight. You're giving me a massage tonight. Whatever you want. Okay? That is your task. That is what you are doing. And do you understand? All right. So now we're going to get busy. Now this time I'm going to pause this live so I can go to the ladies' room. You are going to get busy. And you're going to do it now. And the point is, you are now going to give your commands, but you are going to expect them to contact you. Do it now. And expect means no checking when you're done. Expect it to happen. All right? All right, we're back. Now relax and expect them to do exactly what the fuck you said to do. Now, let's talk about my lead coach, Unapologetically Me. Okay. Last weekend, she spiraled. She did. She was having negative thoughts. And therefore, guess what? Tomorrow, we can work for you. Okay. And and she spiraled. And she was having, for a couple days, I wouldn't say spiraled, but she was just in negative thought space. And therefore, it started to reflect exactly that. Things started sliding back. I don't want a relationship, this, that, and the third. I just don't want a relationship at all. Like if I was to date anybody in the future, this, that, and the third, as if there's no relationship in the plans. So we talked. And my other amazing freaking coach, Bev, was on the call too. And we talked. We spent a fucking long ass time on the phone. And I did tell her, I said, I'm fucking disappointed in you. I said, I'm disappointed in your ass. I said, you're better than this. I said, you're better than this. I said, fuck gutter trash. Fuck all the shit. You know what your shit is. This is a relationship. So when you take their words out and you look at their actions, what do their actions say? The opposite. Everything he's asking you to do is because you're his girlfriend. So she flipped it. She got a grip. She flipped that shit. And now he confirmed relationship 1 week ago. She was faced with the opposite. This is why I tell you, it's fine if you have a negative thought. It's fine if you fucking have, good Eva, I'm looking forward to working with you, sis. It's fine if you get in your own way sometimes. It's okay. But regroup, pick yourself up, and push forward for what you want. And everything can change in a hot ass second. Everything can fucking change in a hot second. If you would put your big girl panties on and fucking get a grip. Get a grip. Okay? If you're new here, stick with us here and you're going to get your shit. Because I tell you guys all the time, and my people already know, that there's no one on the internet that gives a fuck about you more than I do. More than I do. I actually care if you get your SPs or not. I actually care what you're going through. I get it. I've been there. I know what it's like. I know what it's like. So I'm here to help you get your shit. Because I also know how rewarding, that's right, unapologetically me, that's right. Because I also know what it's like to get what you want. I know what it's like to not have it, and I know what it's like to have it. And it's so rewarding. It is so rewarding. And when you see it pay off in a big way, in a big way, when you get what you want, because you deserve it. You deserve to be with the one that you love, which means you also deserve to drop the bullshit. You owe it to yourself to drop the bullshit. Let it go. Let it go. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what I'm going to be doing after this live? Because my daughter's getting pissed off at me. I have like 15 minutes left with you guys. Okay. But I know. I just saw that. You don't know what I'm going to be doing right after this live? Having a fucking cocktail to celebrate my admins. The people helping you. Because Bevy is not on this live right now, like unapologetically me just said, because she's with her boyfriend. Go ahead. If you don't have to take my word for shit. Okay, go ahead. Ask Bevy. Did Bevy spiral? Did Bevy get in her negative thought space? Yeah, 1,000%. 1,000%. She even went to where he was and was local to him. And did she see him at all that time that she was visiting very close to where he was? No, because she was in her thoughts about it. Because she questioned it. She doubted. So because of that, she didn't get to see him. Until she dropped the bullshit. That's right. Because that's what we do. We support each other. And now she's with him. Yes, Ren, you and Priya celebrate with mocktails. We don't encourage underage drinking around here, although we've all done it. At least I have. But they dropped the bullshit. And now Bev is with her boyfriend right now. Unapologetically me, her boyfriend confirmed relationship. That's what it takes. That's what it takes to persist no matter what. You either want what you want or you don't. Or you don't. What's your pleasure? Because those who want what they want and want their boyfriend, want their girlfriend, want their husband, want their wife will do what's necessary. And that is nothing different than change their thoughts about it. To get a grip. To straighten their fucking crowns. Remind themselves of who the fuck they are. And then what happens? SP conforms. They don't have a choice. But you're the one that keeps giving it to them. You're the one that keeps giving it to them over and over and over again. Like, well, I just want them. I just need that. I just want to know how they feel about me. What the fuck is wrong with you? You should know how they feel about you. You should know they want a relationship. Stop listening to the words. Unless they tell you what you want to hear, you don't hear shit. Whatever their words that come out their mouth, investigative reporter hat comes on, take that as feedback, adjust. Adjust. And then, if you have a hard time, go off their actions. What do their actions show you? Because I guarantee if you were to duct tape their fucking mouth and only go off of what the hell they show you, you would see that. You would see that. You would see it change. Oh man, Chanel. I won't repeat it in case he's watching. But that's what you have to understand. You're in fucking control. So get in control. Get in control. Right now. Right now. Yeah, ask her what she said. It's funny. It's funny. Get in control. Because it's up to you. It's up to you. You either want it or you fucking don't. You either want your SP or you don't. And if you want your SP, stop fucking crying about it. Stop whining every second you get and get what you want. And you're going to get what you want by getting a fucking grip on your thoughts about it. I want him. I will have him. He will be who I want for me. I don't give a fuck who he is for everybody else. He can be a complete asshole to everybody else. But to me, I don't think so. I don't fucking think so. They will conform. They will unblock me because there is not a fucking option. Thank you. Somebody reminded me about the one affirmation challenge. That is your challenge today. Every day I try to tell you guys, I give you guys something to do. So I told you guys need to get real good. I don't give a fuck what is showing up. I don't care. You need to get real good at positive meaning to every fucking thing. Positive meaning to everything. I don't give a shit if you open up your DMs right. I don't give a crap if you have gutter trash right now and you open up your DMs and there's a message from gutter trash telling you all kinds of negative shit. I don't give a fuck. You want to positive meaning to everything. Instead, you look at that message and go, wow, obviously she's thinking about me because she's completely fucking jealous of me. And obviously they're arguing about me because clearly I'm on her mind. Yeah. Fuck the 3D. Do you understand? Stop reacting. Stop reacting to everything. So your one affirmation challenge is we are going to drop everything. You are dropping every fucking thing that you've been doing except for what you've been doing that's working. And what we're going to do is we're only focusing on inner conversations and one affirmation, 2 max, that imply you have what you want. So if you are in no fucking contact, I love you, Cece. If you are in no contact with your SP, then your affirmations are this: he is fucking obsessed with me, like literally so obsessed with me. Like he cannot stop contacting me. We talk all day, every fucking day. Whatever that affirmation is, that's contact only. That's all. We need to get you past the first step. Okay. If you're in consistent contact, then it's all about how this man cannot stop coming to see me. Like literally, he wants to be with me all the time, right? So now it's all about them wanting to see you, them spending time with you. That's the only affirmation you're focused on. If you're in any of the fucking ships, then now it's time for you to decide. And your only affirmation is they absolutely want a relationship with me right now. They absolutely want a relationship with me right now. I know. Yep. They 100% want a relationship with me right now. That is it. One affirmation. You will not waver from the affirmation. We will not change your affirmation. We will not do none of that shit. We're sticking with the affirmation. We're not wavering from it. Now, your inner conversations are all going to be focused around what you want. Okay. What you want is it's like, now inner conversations, you can have a free for all. Okay. Where it's all the things, where it's all about how amazing every fucking body is. Like, this is so damn amazing. We have the best relationship. I know exactly how every one of you should be saying this every day in your inner conversations, that you know exactly how they feel about you. I literally know exactly how he feels about me. That I have no doubt. I absolutely know he wants to be in a relationship with me. I don't doubt it for a second. I don't doubt that he thinks about me all day fucking long. That I know. I know this for a fact. Conviction in your inner conversations. You should be using words like, I know this for a fact. I have no doubt. I absolutely know. That goes in inner conversations, because your subconscious mind pushes out. This is why we leverage. Your subconscious mind pushes out what you know. What you know. So if you tell yourself constantly like, oh no, I know exactly how he fucking feels about me. I know. I have no doubt he wants to be in a relationship with me. That I know that for sure. That's a fact. It pushes it out quickly. That's right. He's blowing up your phone so much, you got to fucking charge that shit all day long. Like, god damn. He's telling me everything I want to hear. Lisa with a butterfly. That's inner conversations. He's going to tell me everything I want to hear. Absolutely. Like, he's constantly telling me everything I want to hear. Like, he sends the sweetest text in the fucking world. Like, god damn, this man cannot get enough of me. Shit. Okay? That's inner conversations. What you know. I have no doubt that this is what it is. That's confidence. That's called a surety. Sure, you can do that. It's manifest. That's called, it's the certainty, the assurity that's pushing out. So the more you tell yourself this with a little bit of backbone, toot your own fucking horn. Your ego is your best fucking friend. Your ego is your best friend. To say, yeah, nah. There you go, AJ. Your ego is your best friend. So toot your fucking horn. Tell yourself, I don't need him to tell me a goddamn thing about how he feels about me, please. I have no doubt. I know exactly how the fuck he feels. Period. Sorry, did you think that I questioned that? I don't think so. I don't fucking think so. No. Let me tell you, inner bestie, what I know, what my shit is. None of you should ever question anything, because I'm not asking you to be delusional and make shit up. I'm not asking you to do that unless it's somebody that you've never been with. But this is somebody you've been with, for Christ's sakes. You know them. You've had a relationship with them. Or even if you didn't, you still have spent time with this person, which is why you're manifesting them back. So I want you to go in your fucking mind palace and remember everything they told you. You could hear my alarm. Asha, forever. Right now it's forever. Because, well, not forever, because please, I'm impatient. But I do not have a time limit on it as of now. But I will walk you through how to keep it going too. Okay. So that's what you guys have to understand. Okay. I want you in your mind. I want you to go in your fucking mind. And I want you to think about all the things that they told you. All the things that they fucking told you. What do you mean I can't? Mad Scientifico. There's a lot of people that tell you opposite. That will tell you opposite. We had literally like 3. No, just him. Just him. I have one person I manifested for that didn't have a picture at all. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Okay. So that's what you have to understand. Okay. So I want you to, we're not making shit up in our mind. Okay. I know who the fuck this is. So we're just gonna I know who that is. And pay no mind to ignorance in my TikTok sometimes because I know who they are. I know who they are. Anyway. Or who that is, should I say. Okay. You're not making anything up. I want you to recall what they have told you. What have they told you about how they felt about you? I don't care if they told you this shit 15 years ago. You think I care? I do not care. What did they tell you about how they feel about you 15 years ago? That's right, Danielle. That's right. XGT. Seriously. So what have they told you about how they feel about you? What have they told you about your relationship? All the things that they love in your relationship? Then what the fuck is there to question? There's nothing to question. You don't need to question how they felt about you. They've told you. They fucking have told you how they felt about you. That's all you need to know. That's all I need to know. And that's all you now need to know is how they fucking feel about you. There's nothing to question. They've said it out of their mouth. That's it. Now, somebody asked about, because I had mentioned yesterday and I forgot. I know, Chanel. I know. I'm leaving. I forgot. Somebody had asked. I did put it in the WhatsApp group. My little challenge to you about recreating your SP's story, rewriting your SP's story. So I'll tell you real quick because I got a jet in like 5 minutes. Okay, less than that actually. I want you to go back and I want you to think. Right, dip in an old story, and I want you to think about, because this is how we change things. Okay, this is how we find the problem. And I want you to think about things that your SP has told you about their life. About their life. What have they told you about their life? What have they told you about the past relationships? Scripting, sure, you can script, but you can't rely on scripting as your only method. If you're going to script, what I would recommend is that you read it to yourself. Okay. But I certainly would not, you can't only rely on scripting because it's your inner conversations that are manifesting. You didn't script your breakup, right? So because you didn't script your breakup, you don't need to script your makeup. Okay. You just need to go in your mind palace and make some shit up in your mind. Okay. But okay. Yes. So perfect, Angela. So you want to remember, what have they told you about their past when it comes to relationships, their past when it comes to their life, things that they've gone through. Okay. And I want you to think about that and spend a little bit of time on it. Anything that they've told you, negative, of course, about things, about themselves, about their past relationships, and about their past history in life. What up, Sarah girlfriend? And I want you to remember that stuff and write it all down if you have to. And now we're going to flip all of it. Now you flip all of it. You're recreating their own reality. You have to realize you're helping them. Okay. This is where this is where we leverage, but you're leveraging for self gain, but you're helping them change their life. Okay. So that's what makes it great. That's what makes it great. So instead, it's like he's had bad luck with relationships. Yeah, no, he's like, I'm the best relationship he's ever had. He's always learned from every single one of his relationships, which is why we have such a deeper connection than any relationship he's ever been in the past. Right? He's never felt more connected to me. Or you can say he's always had the best luck with the relationships, this, that, and the fucking third. Thanks, guys. You guys are amazing, by the way. Okay. He is afraid of getting hurt and his ex-wife left him after his brain injury. Perfect. So you change that, right? You want to write these things down and then you say, okay, so part of his story or part of his description within your story about him, part of his description is that he's afraid of getting hurt and his ex-wife left him after his brain injury. Okay, great. No, he feels very safe and secure in our relationship when we're together. Like, he has never felt happier. He knows that he knows how loyal I am to this relationship. And that's one of the things he absolutely loves about me, is that he completely trusts our relationship. He's never been happier in our relationship at all. In fact, his past hurt has only brought us closer together, is why we have such an amazing relationship, right? So you can you're rewriting that in a way that includes you, but is rewriting their story. So like, let's say they had, sometimes a lot of people say they get a lot of trauma. He had a lot of trauma. No. He's completely healed from his trauma. He's completely healed from his trauma, and nothing in his past, everything he's gone through in his past has only made him such an amazing person today. It's only made him the strong man that he is today. And he loves everything that we have, which is why he's so, you see what I'm saying? So you're going and you're flipping it, okay? He was cheated on and now he's cheating with everyone. Yeah, no, he's actually been nothing but loyal, faithful, and committed in every relationship he's been in. When he gets in a relationship, he gives it his all. He's 100% committed to his relationship. Okay? In fact, yeah, none of that bothers him. He was so hurt by his past that he would never do that to me. Ever. Okay? Things like that is how you change things, okay? So if you want my assistance in some of this shit, okay, you can't like write a whole novel because there's a lot of people that join, okay? If you want some of my assistance, I want you guys to make a note of things that he's told you about his past when it comes to relationships, his past when it's come to his life, okay? Anything he has a problem with, any of this stuff that he's told you negatively, write it down and then come tomorrow on my live, or you can put it in the WhatsApp group too, but come tomorrow on my live and let's work through some of this together, okay? Where you can drop like one or two of things and then I'll help you flip them and rewrite them so that it's a different version of your SP. So you're changing his trajectory of his story, because that's what this is about, right? It's about, yeah, you getting back with your SP, but also having them be healed, right? So that it's not affecting you anymore. It's not affecting your relationship anymore because they've healed from it. They've moved on from it, okay? Because that's what this is all about, making them a better person for themselves too. Because sometimes people have gone through a lot of trauma. So if you can rewrite their story and help them do better in their life, how is that a bad thing? This is the person that you love. It's the best gift you can give them, okay? Perfect. Well, you know what? Then that's what you say, Asha. So it's like every time he looks at that tattoo, it reminds him of how, it reminds him about, like, it brings back nothing but bad memories of his ex-wife, and he's ready to move completely on from that. He's so ready. Like, that chapter with his ex-wife has closed, and he's completely ready to move forward in our relationship. And the way he's going to heal, and he knows that the only way he can heal from that is by getting that tattoo removed. Fresh start, new beginning. He's ready to completely erase the old memories of him and his ex-wife. And so he's super excited to actually get that tattoo removed or covered up. Let's go with covered up, okay? I believe in cover up tattoos because unless you're willing to look at that ex-wife fucking name for the next 2 goddamn years, let's go with a cover up. Because guess what? Shit be covered up in an hour. It'd be covered up in an hour. The tattoo removal? Nah. No. That should be 2 fucking years from now. You've stared at that shit again. It's just fading away. And that's what's more torture for you. It's like the tattoo's just fucking fading. I'm watching it just fade away when I could just be like, no, he's actually going to cover that shit up. He's covering that shit up. Code Baddie, we can, if you were in the WhatsApp group, it's full of success stories. We have a whole success stories tab. I can go on and on, but I got to jet because it's Mother's Day. I got to spend time with, my daughter. So, you can Yeah, there's loads of success stories there. If you want to know my story specifically on how I manifested my SP back, I don't talk about it here on TikTok anymore for reasons. That's not to be named. But if you go to my YouTube channel, if you scroll right through all of the TikTok lives, just scroll right through them. There's like a 40-minute video or I don't know, like a 30-minute video that talks about how I manifest. I think it's called How I Manifested My SP Back. And so you can watch that. I go into detail about my story. Okay. So that's why I said circumstances don't matter, because I had all the goddamn circumstances. I had all the circumstances. And none of that shit mattered because I have the best relationship of my life. And we're very happy. All right. All right, guys. I love all of you so, so much. And I'm so excited. I got to spend Mother's Day with you guys. I am. It's not easy for me. And he replied, it's not easy for me either. What does that mean? Good. Okay. He just confirmed it's not easy. So okay. B, first and foremost, what you're going to stop doing is you're going to stop. It's not X, it's SP. Okay. X implies exactly that. X. We don't want that. Okay. So it's SP or boyfriend. Okay. You replied, it's not easy for me. And he confirmed, because you know that it's not easy for both of you. So he confirmed that. But we're not going to do that anymore because that's forcing the 3D. Okay. If you're going to text and be like, hey, I hope you have a good week. It's not, this isn't easy for me. That's forcing the 3D. Okay. So we don't want to talk about that relationship because that's old history. That's old version of SP. We're recreating new story. Okay. So let's not do that. All right. That's right. I never took his picture off my screensaver. Never took his picture off my screensaver. Never took his pictures off of my, well, I don't have them on walls like a shrine, but like on my dresser. I never took his picture off there. I never took his picture off my fridge, our magnet of our first date. Never took any of that shit off. And never changed his name on my phone. For what? For what? Give your phone name an upgrade, bitch. Okay? All right. I love all of you. And I will see you all in the WhatsApp group and see you all tomorrow. And if you're a mother of children or dogs and cats or birds, happy Mother's Day to each and every one of you. Relax today. Give yourself the biggest gift of all. And that is peace of mind today. Relax. Relax. And start expecting what you deserve. Okay? I love you, besties. I'll see you later. Bye.